Okay, I got an Ultima motor in. So this one's a 113 cubic inch motor. That's the part number for it. So that comes from Midwest, in case you don't know where Ultima motors are made. So there it is right there. So that one is the 113 motor instead of the 100 that we took video of before. Pretty much it's the same motor looking, but this one has an oil leak on it. I don't know why it's leaking oil out of it, but it must have test run it or something, I'm guessing. So this one has the same oval intake ports. It takes the S&S big port manifold or similar. This was 1/800 across by 770, I think, this way. No, 730. I don't know. Take a look. We'll measure it. Let's see here. Measure the port size here. Hard to get in here. The calipers don't fit very well. 770. $810 basically. Got this a little bit less this direction, but I can't really get in there very well. Kind of guessing a little bit where we're at. 722. Yeah, so it's definitely oval. It's probably more like 730, 50 this direction at least, and it's 810 this way. So it's a little bit oval to it. They got nice big ports in there, as you can see, straight in, straight out. Got a lot of room around the guide for your finger to flow through, so that means the air will go in there. So that's all pretty good. So there you go. The exhaust port is over here. Yeah, they get that bung in there pretty good. Okay, we're going to get ourselves these here. Maybe not. Damn, that's in there good. So there's your exhaust port. Nice D port. Straight in. Nice good flow around both sides. It's a little bit shorter on this side, but that's alright. That's how it works. So straighten them out a lot better than Harley. Unlike Harley, these are actually trying to get the air straight to the pipe instead of coming at an angle like this. It does not work at all. So we have a little bit of a hump over here that makes it turn, come this way. So that'll help the exhaust flow quite a bit over stock Harley. Harley's design is not the best. Alright, so that's how that goes. These use the oil line fittings right here, which goes over here. They had two. There's another one right there. So 1/4 inch pipe, 3/8 hose. I would bore that hole out bigger myself. It plugs into there, and that'll give you the direct feed. So that should allow you to hook it up into any motor that's 05 and earlier. On Diamond, 06 and earlier on everybody else in the world. So these are pretty strong cases. You have to worry about breaking motor mounts off like a stock Harley case. They're nice and strong. So I'm not going to break that off. Your oil filter mount goes in there, obviously. Alternator. These have compression releases up in here. Pop them down. They do not have anything in there except airflow. Help cool it. They do not come with an alternator. So what do they got to seal in backwards like Harley does it? What's up with that? Don't understand why people put seals in backwards. Yeah, I don't know why they did that, but they did it. Unless that's a different seal than Harley. It almost looks like a twin cam seal. Oh, this is a twin cam. Yeah, here, dumbass. I'm thinking it's Evo. Yeah, twin cam is a U-shaped seal. It's got the spring on both sides. you're looking deep in there, you can see how it's kind of a U shape in there instead of a wedge shape like a regular seal. That is correct for that. So anyway, that is how the heads and stuff look. Just spin this around so it's flat on the back. Yeah, put the camera down over here. We'll do a quick spin around. See if we can break something here. It's very stable without the wood under it. Good view of my butt. So there's what the other side looks like. What's all the warnings about? Oh, there's a big stack of these. Oh, they get all kinds of warnings. Jeez. Almost like an unsafe motor. I think it's unsafe. That's why they did all that. So anyway, it's a pretty good looking case. Actually, it's got the compression releases in there like that, so no problem. Get your sensor holes up in there for everything. The rocker box are clearance a little bit more than what Harley is to make them fit in tight spots a little better. Not too bad. I think these are a little bit different than the Evo motor they make. I thought they used the same boxes, but these, I think the other ones are cut a little deeper through here, but I don't know. Maybe slightly. Anyway, this is the owner's manual. So it shows you what's going on in there, how to break in and do your normal stuff. Here's the dimensions for the twin cam motor. Light was on. So blow that up there so you can read it a little better. So it's got the cam in there, 570 lift. It's got 2.1 intake to 1.7 exhaust, so it's a lot bigger than Harley uses. 10-to-1 motor. It's got the Harley length rod and everything in there. The cam is Andrews. So as I recall, they're around 250 on the intake duration. Yeah, here we go. Over here is the intake duration. So 252 by 260. So that's pretty good. Be a good strong one on cam. Looks real good in mid-range. They don't give any horsepower reading on these motors, but the Evo motor puts out usually about 5 to 8 more horsepower than the size of the motor. So this is a 113. That means it should put out a good 120 horsepower. And I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. So it's got the port flow in there to do it and everything else. So here's all your recommended oil and crap like that. Pretty straightforward stuff. Here's your recommended heavy duty starter motor. You shouldn't have to put a heavy duty starter motor if you got compression releases. Here's some carburetor tuning ideas if you got some rough idea on jetting. There's your carburetor recommendations. So that's a good thing to start with, obviously. I prefer the McCune carburetors over there. They're S&S style carburetor. This is all priming. I thought they had some stuff about oil lines in here somewhere. This is all a bunch of junk here. Yeah, it's torque readings and stuff like that. Come on. Brake-in procedure. Turn throttle wide open and leave it there for a little bit. Oh, it's broken in. Might be broken too. That's how I break them in. But I build the motors different than what they're doing, I'm sure. There's another page in here, I think. Yep, more garbage. Alright, here's your general torque specs. So if you're rebuilding the motor, there's your torque stuff, so kind of important. So there you go. Hard to find the stuff, so there it is right there. Maintenance? You're supposed to do maintenance on a motor? No way. Just drive the piss out of it. Where's the oil line stuff at? I thought they had oil line stuff in there somewhere. I guess not. You gotta hook up the oil lines wherever they go. How's that? Yep, nothing about that. Oh well. Anyway, that's your service manual. Owner's manual, whatever they call this manual. So there you go. Let's see, this should have an oval hole in it. Looks like it's got a round hole to me. That is a round hole. I thought these had oval holes in these alternators. So I thought the early motors had like an Evo that had an oval hole. This one's got a round hole like a late motor. You might have to check into that. That might make a difference when you go to put your parts in there. So it's a round hole. Alright, well, anyway, that's how they look. Pretty straightforward motors. So I haven't got any feedback on that 100-incher yet, but I'm sure we'll get some idea what this one's going to run like. This is going to go into a Dynaglide, so that should make it run pretty strong with a Dynaglide. Definitely going to be a wheelie monster. So, alright, well there you go. Tells you everything you need to know. And the Evo motor looks like this, in case you don't know what an Evo motor looks like. That's an Evo motor. So, there you go.